I am Krishna.Kumar, and today I am going to discuss an important question asked by UPSc in 2022. This question is, how will you explain that medieval temple sculpture represent the social life of those days? This is the question. And if you want to write your answer about that question in 150 words, therefore it is very difficult task for you, right? So how can we write a answer about that question in that limited words? I would like to discuss with you. So first important thing is that you have to write your introduction if you want to write a answer in right perspective. So how to write your introduction? This is very important aspect of answer writing. So in introduction, you have to write introduction in such way. Medieval temple sculpture give us mirror image of medieval social life of the people of that society, because art is the mirror of society, right? So you can write your introduction in such way. But after introduction, the major work related to answer writing in the structure of the question, right? A structure. So in a structure of question, one way you have to write about medieval temple sculpture, right? Medieval temple sculpture, and how that give us information about the social life of the people of those days. So this is the two important aspect related to this question. First, we have to write something on medieval temple sculpture and how we gather information related to social life of the people of that days, right? We have to write our answer. So basically, medieval temple sculpture associated with temple architecture, and medieval temple architecture were mainly divided into three major styles that were Nagar in North India, Dravid in South India, and Besar in Deccan. But there were many regional temple architecture also, and medieval temple sculpture associated, integrated, interwoven with medieval temple architecture. But because we have to write our answer in limited words, so we have concentrate on medieval temple sculpture. But that temple sculpture can be divided into three kinds. First is a sculpture related to religious icon or religious sculpture. Second is secular, and third is a sculpture related to natural object, right? Here. But if you observe about the sculpture related to religious icon, we find various types of sculpture related to various sects of Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism. But our question is how we gathered information about the social life of the people of those days, right? So here we are not going to explain about different sculpture. Here I want to gather some information from observation of temple sculpture. So first observation here from religious sculpture. If you observe about religious sculpture, you will find that there is two types of god and goddess. main god and minor god, correct? Or main goddess or minor goddess. So there was hierarchy among god and goddess. Hierarchy present among god and goddess, and that hierarchy reflected in Panchayatan style of temple. So what that hierarchy give us information about medieval social life, right? So first important thing here we gathered hierarchy. Hierarchy present among god and goddess, and hierarchy also present in the social life of the people of medieval society. That hierarchy gives us information about feudal mode of society, right? And feudalism was dominated in medieval society. So there was feudal type relationship between main god and minor god if we observe about the medieval temple sculpture. First important thing. Second important thing is that the concept of bhakti, if you observe about the medieval temple sculpture, basically religious temple sculpture, you will find that the relationship between main god and minor goddess based on the concept of bhakti, and bhakti was dominated in medieval society, right? That was dominated in society. So relationship here between main god and minor god or goddess based on the concept of Bhagwan and Bhakt. So that reflected through medieval sculpture, and that was present in society. Bhakti was dominated in medieval society, and concept of bhakti also reflected in medieval feudal society. So that was also very important. Third important thing we got from medieval temple sculpture about the information related to joint family tradition, how that reveal from medieval temple sculpture. Because if you observe about the religious sculpture, you will find that there was a sculpture made about the family of god and goddess, right? Presence of a sculpture related to family of god and goddess. We got a sculpture related to Shiva family, Shiv, Parvati, Ganesh, Kartik. We got a sculpture related to Rama family, Ram, Sita, Lakshman. We got a sculpture related to Vishnu and Lakshmi. So that gave us information about traditional family tradition like a joint family that reveal from medieval temple sculpture. This is very important point if you want to write your answer. And then we also reveal information related to patriarchy, right? Because relationship between Shiv and Parvati, relationship between Ram and Sita, relationship between Vishnu and Lakshmi, that reflect about the patriarchy mode of society, patriarchal mode of society. The position of goddess are inferior than gods. That reveal from स्कल्पचर ऑल्सो आप देखेंगे कि लक्ष्मी विष्णु की का पैर दबा रही है स्कल्पचर में, बट इट मीन्स दैट स्कल्पचर रिवील about the information of patriarchal mode of society, and that patriarchal mode of society was dominated in medieval society. Then we also got information about reflection of tantrism or tantric cult from a sculpture related to Saptamatrika or 64 Yogini temple. There was presence of tantric society that reflected from medieval temple sculpture. And we also got information about folk tradition, Saptamatrika or tantric related sculpture also gave us information about folk tradition, some rural types of social life we also gathered from that sculpture. So there was presence of some kinds of folk tradition also. And then we also got information about dance, music from Natar's sculpture, information about Devdasi tradition we reveal from medieval temple sculpture. One important thing here you have to mention, basically in Dravidian style of temple sculpture, there was presence of a sculpture of king with main god. That give us information about there was development of divine political theory in medieval society. So on the basis of that, you can understand about this important aspect of the social life of the people of that society. From secular sculpture, first important thing about a sculpture related to women. So artists have been given importance about the beauty and sex of women that reflect about the feudal mode of society, because feudal society treated women as a consumer goods. There was reflection on the basis of that sculpture. We also got a sculpture related to Mithun, right? Sex related sculpture from Khajuraho and Odisha. So what it gives us information, right? That was feudal society. And in feudal society, the sex was not a hidden thing, right? सामंती मानसिकता में इंजॉय करते हैं सेक्स को. So that represented through a sculpture. Apart from that, we also got information related to farmer, tradesman, artisan. So there was a sculpture related to farmer, tradesman, artisan. They belongs from lower section of society, rural section of society. So that medieval temple sculpture also give us information about the economic life of the people of that society, right? And we also got information about some sculpture related to natural object like elephant, presence of elephant, presence of bull, presence of lion, presence of monkey, presence of cat, presence of mouse. These are the important animals, and various trees also present in medieval temple sculpture. So overall, on the basis of the observation of medieval temple sculpture, we are able to understand about the medieval social life of the people of that society. So on the basis of that, you are able to write your answer. So basically, on the basis of that discussion, you can understand about that medieval temple sculpture give us information about feudal mode of society, give us information about bhakti, concept of bhakti, give us information about the impact of tantric cult, give us information about joint family tradition, patriarchy, folk tradition, economic and political life of the people as well as religious, social relationship, and through that you are able to write your answer. So lastly, in conclusion, you can write medieval temple sculpture give us very good picture of the social life of that people. So we can understand about the social life of the people in the light of medieval temple sculpture, right? And through that you can able to write your conclusion.